Hello, Cole Harvey here, and in this very quick video I'm going to teach you how to visualize. So welcome, hello, this is me on the right looking a little bit posy, but over the past couple of years I've taught well over 12,000 people how to visualize from scratch, people who have struggled with visualization before. I've broken it down into a way that really resonates with people and makes it easy for them to get results. To give you a flavor of some of the things I've used visualization for, first and foremost, it's becoming more confident, more happy, doing what I love for a living. I only work, 3 days a week, doing what I love, and I get to manifest a life of abundance based on that. But in terms of specifics, this is the dream apartment I always wanted on the beach, Bondi Beach in Australia, where I'm living now. I bought an awesome sports car in London before I left, and literally just gave it to my brother. And yeah, this is the view that greets me every morning from my balcony. Not bad at all. So in short, visualization helps you to get more of the life you want. Let me show you how. First of all, though, why would you bother visualizing? Well, apart from the obvious, here's a really inspiring dude called Tracy, who you may recognize. He's a very successful businessman, author, speaker on human potential. And for him to come out and say something like this, the power of visualization is the most awesome power possessed by human beings. And I don't think this is hyperbole, this is not exaggeration, it's really true, because the images and the movies that we play inside our minds really do factor on what we create outside of that in the real world. And if we learn how to change what we're visualizing, what we expect, we genuinely do change our results. So visualization, in short, helps you get more of what you want. So the more you experience having whatever it is you want inside your imagination, you practice it there first, the easier it is to have it for real. And that should really hit home for you. It should be really profound, because literally what we're saying here is that the results you create in life are really only limited by what you expect to achieve, by what you feed yourself internally. And the great news is, with practice, you can really change your deepest beliefs and what you expect from life using visualization. So let's get straight in. Hopefully that's perked your interest a little bit. Here's how to visualize. Well, panic not. First of all, it's really, really easy. Some people have had struggles before, typically before they've gone through any of my training programs, but I get it. It can be hard to see things, hard to visualize unless you've got a clear structure. So that's what I give you. I give you a really simple 5-step system, and I'm going to run you through that now free of charge to give you a taster of what it's all about. So step 1 is get clear on what you want. It sounds very obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people kind of fail on this step. They're very vague. Oh, I want to be richer, I want to be happier. You need to be specific. So the first thing you want to do is write it down. Get some goals down on paper. Whichever goal setting method you like to go through, do it. If you're unsure of a goal setting method, literally sit down and think, what would I love in my life? What kind of experiences do I want? What kind of toys? How much money? What kind of relationships, etc. Literally, you are bound only by your imagination. So write some stuff down and be specific as well. Again, not I want to be rich, but I earn $10,000 extra this month. Something like that. Specific, measurable. And make it exciting as well. One of the things I stress to my students again and again is that this should not feel dreary. It shouldn't feel like an effort. This should be genuinely captivating and exciting for you. So if you're not excited, change your goals. It should literally quicken your heartbeat a bit when you think about having these results in your life. So make it exciting. That's when you know it's a genuine, authentic desire, in my experience. So this is the biggest key, though. If you take one thing away from this video, it's, excuse me, you want to write down the positive emotions you'd expect to feel when you've already achieved your goal. So say you earned that extra $10,000. Imagine that's just happened. How do you feel? Well, you feel really proud of yourself. You feel excited. You feel optimistic. You feel rich. You want to write all of these down, because these kind of descriptive words are going to form the basis of your visualization, the backbone, if you like. So the emotions are absolutely key. So really spend a bit of time working out how exactly you would feel when you've got what you want. Very, very important. So step 2 is just to relax. So you've got your goals. Next step is just to relax, chill out, shut your eyes, take a few deep breaths, relax some of your muscles, and just, shake yourself off a bit, let yourself chill out. And the reason we do this is because we want you to go into the alpha state of brainwaves, which kind of feels like snoozing, somewhere between being awake and being asleep. And the reason we do this is it's much easier to influence your subconscious mind, to actually visualize in detail, to experience the positive emotions, to invoke all of your senses in this alpha state. So there's a couple of MP3s you can get to take you down into this level, or literally shut your eyes for 30 seconds, take some deep breaths. But the key is just to chill out a bit before you even try to visualize. A lot of people miss this step out too, and it's essential because otherwise you'll be too caught up in your head. Chill out first. Then step 3 is you literally start visualizing. And the key to visualization, very simply, is to imagine whatever you want in life. You've already got it and everything's going perfectly. So if you want to become a better salesperson, imagine the sales call going perfectly. If you want to be a millionaire, imagine that you've already got $1 million in the bank. Where do you live? What do you do? How do you feel? All of these things are important. So first thing you do is see what you can see. So imagine seeing through your own eyes, looking around at this life that you've created for yourself. Notice all of the little intricacies. Then you add sounds and other details. What can you hear, both outside of yourself and also the voice in your head? Has that changed? Does it speak to you in a different way? If you want to add tastes and smells, if relevant as well, do that. The more sensory rich you can make it, the better. And the key is, go back to step 1. You've got these list of emotions. Add those emotions now. So really the process as I do it is, I'm already relaxed, I've got my eyes shut, I just open my eyes a little bit, look at the bit of paper, it says the goal, I earn 10,000 extra, and what are the emotions? Well, I feel happy, I feel successful, I feel proud. And then I literally, inside my imagination, play it through, see myself acting perfectly, I've just made this money. Okay, so how do I feel? Well, I feel like this. Add the emotions, and literally, just by going through the list, you'll start to feel the emotions now, and you'll start to see detail. And that's really it. It's just using your imagination, just a concentrated, focused use of your imagination. Again, see things through your own eyes. This makes it more associated, more powerful, and add as much detail as you can. So mentioned earlier in the video, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined one. So we want to make this as real as possible to trick our subconscious into accepting this image as a real memory. When you accept it as a memory and not some kind of practice, you start to act and feel and just be like this more successful, more accomplished person automatically at a subconscious level. That's why it's so powerful. There's no real conscious effort involved. You'll just naturally start acting more how you want to act. So feel the feelings. That's absolutely key. It seems there's a lot of research and a lot of first-hand experience says that it's the positive emotion that really makes the subconscious changes. It's those deep emotional experiences. So the more positive emotion you can feel, the quicker you're going to get results. Step 4 is then just to turbocharge everything. So you've gone through the visualization. Now make the pictures bigger and brighter inside your imagination. Bring the pictures closer to you. Bring them real close. That often changes the way you feel, makes the positive emotions more intense. And again, make the sounds bigger and louder and more, make everything more vibrant and big. Just play around almost as if you're playing around with your DVD player, and you can change the contrast on the TV. You can make the picture brighter and louder. Just play around inside your imagination. The key, though, is to feel those positive emotions as strongly as possible. Yeah, and that's absolutely it. The more you can explode the amount of positive emotion you feel, the better results you'll get. And again, this is easy with practice. So, don't take this as gospel. Put it into action and see what happens. And step 5 is really just repeat. A little every day is key here. There's really not a whole amount of value in doing this once for half an hour and then not doing it again. It's far better to do 5 or 10 minutes every day. I find it just before bed, the best way to go to sleep, just before you drop off, is to imagine what you want your life to be like. Go through this process. Keep adding more and more details. It becomes easier to add details over time. When you've been doing this for a week or two, you'll just find that your subconscious takes over and starts adding details for you, throwing up ideas and so on. And if you get bored, if it's not inspiring, if you feel like it's a bit of effort, mix it up. You're really probably focused on something that you don't genuinely want that bad. So mix it up. There's nothing wrong with that. I do this all the time. Think I want something, and then I can't visualize it after 4 or 5 days, and that makes me know that I really don't want it that badly. So change it up. Focus on saying you want it instead, and get that thing that quickens your pulse a bit. Get that. Start visualizing that. And if the motivation stays, stick with it. If not, keep changing till you find something that you genuinely want. And again, the biggest takeaway here is that visualization's not something you do once, it's part of a daily practice. It really is something that molds your brain over time. The latest neuroscience shows that it builds new neural pathways. It literally physically changes your brain. So it's very, very powerful, but repetition is key. So that's the 5-step system. I've taught it to 12,000 people. People all over the world have got incredible results, but you want to know what the real secret is? It's to take action. It's not this 5-step system, it's taking action at the back of it. So visualization is great for giving you confidence and ideas and insights and creative breakthroughs and hunches and a real sixth sense about what to do next, but you simply must take action. I never claimed that you can just sit in a room imagining what you want and all of a sudden it flies into your life. I genuinely don't believe it works like that. You have to meet the universe halfway. But when you've practiced visualization, you've got really clear on what you want, you'll get inspired ideas. You'll get a sense that this is what I should be doing. And you take that action. It's almost effortless action because you're not motivating yourself to do something you don't want to do. You just feel inspired to do something. So always, always take action. Build that sense of momentum. That's absolutely key. But the great thing about visualization is it makes taking action a whole lot easier, a whole lot less painful because you're already feeling more confident, more inspired. You're getting better ideas. You get a sense you want to speak to this person, so you just follow it. Follow your hunches. Visualization will give you loads of hunches, but you have to act on them. Indeed. So look, what next? Well, I really hope you enjoyed this short introduction to visualization. I hope it's given you a lot of food for thought and that you're actually going to put it into action. A couple of things you can do next. One is you can sign up for some free training videos that I created that go into a little bit more detail. Or indeed, if you're really inspired and you want to get moving now, you can take my advanced visualization training program, which has a 90-minute video, a load of workbooks to work through, audio, some hypnosis stuff, some NLP stuff, and it's all hosted in an online private members area, so you can get instant access right now. The value there is there's a community of really inspired, ambitious people learning these skills and applying them to the real world, and it's the fastest way to actually generate real-world results with visualization. And I know you enjoy it. It's a really, really cool course. So if you feel inspired to learn more, do take a look below this video and you can click one of the links there to get started. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Really hope you enjoyed it. Really hope you visualize it. It's a great way to feel good about yourself, to get more of what you want, and to train your brain to feel happier and more successful and more accomplished and more confident, and a million other things as well. Really powerful practice to get involved with. And yeah, it's been my pleasure to introduce you to it. So I'm Harvey. Thanks so much for your time and attention. And if you do want more information from me, check out below the video. Cheers.